bro. Where are we?
Where are we? That's a good question. 5-star Shangri-La Hotel, fresh out of 12 days riding around the barangays of Manila, 100 games, a whole lot of bumping, a whole lot of cheering. Yeah, it's basketball holy land. So we're getting the full contrast. We're getting the view down there of the last living village of BGC, where we spent the day yesterday. And right now we're chilling in a nice little AC room with some fresh cappuccinos on the way.
Who's a character in the story of our last 2 weeks that just like cracks you up when you think about him? Oh, come on, talk about the referee. So like the manager dude, the
From
dude
yesterday?
Yeah, he organizes the tournaments.
Melvin,
he runs the court. Melvin,
he
bro.
spoke to me in Tagalog the whole time. I don't know how we managed, but I met the guy. The minute we landed at Lower Park, Upper Park, we waved it down there. We was driving through the mall. Oh, there's a court down there.
Yeah.
Waved it down. We were gonna park at the top. They said, no, bring your scooter down. We go through the underground all the way to the gutters. Get to the bottom gutters and get next was in minutes. I was like, hey, how you doing? Welcome to Mini Park. I was like, well, thank you. My second envelope slides. I have a proposal for you. Would you take it? Official letter signed by the president, signed by Melvin. Would you like to contribute? I was like, of course we would. Play the game, good game, little contribution. I was like, no, I'd love to stay in touch with you. If there's anything we can do to help this community and just keep spreading love. And we hosted a pretty legendary tournament. I think we had about 30 teams, boys, girls, 1v1 Pinoy style, and Melvin organized it all. I mean, he was running around, refereeing, organized permit, court time, invited the whole community, and that all happened in a matter of 48 hours of preparation.
He's like the indispensable basketball people of the world. Like
just a pure
he does it for the love. He doesn't have a successful YouTube channel, Instagram account. He's got no deals with Puma. He's just like, he does it for the love. It's crazy.
I hope he feels special because thanks to Melvin, I mean, he was really the commissioner of this tournament. He held it down through the whole upper part, lower part, organized the sound system, got the whole community there.
When you see him, he doesn't like scream like, this is the basketball guy we've been looking. Like when you just see him, he's just like, he looks like the guy who's gonna foul you when you play and like used to be a baller. I don't know. He just looks like a gym teacher.
Texted me, he's like, I was like, what happened if it rains? I'm sending him on Messenger. It's like, it's rain or shine. He's like, I was like, I think we might have to maybe perhaps change venue. He's like, no, the people of Mini Park would be devastated. There was no way. He had already said it.
So important.
We invited. We got a home in Mini Park now. That's the thing. We came here as complete strangers, tourists, and now we're at home. You're always welcome. You're always welcome in Mini Park.
We got here like 2 weeks ago. We rented some scooters, and we've just been like crisscrossing the city of Manila, man. Like looking out this window, like you've seen all these neighborhoods. Like
that neighborhood's not that interesting. If there ain't no jeepneys riding around, thinking some black smog in my face, you know, in Manila, this is the sterile side of this world. But it's, I mean, it's nice to be able to see as far, right? We went down to Cavite today. The day is clear. Like,
is that green part right there? Is that Cavite?
Yeah,
like
that's Cavite.
Peninsula?
Yeah.
Dang.
Thai beach right there. I was swimming in that mug.
Dang.
Thai means shit in Tagalog.
Right. Let's talk about the hoop boat.
Yeah, we were looking for buses, right? On day 6 of the bus search. Somehow, some way, we got led to this bus operator of some backbeat road that has 6 bus operating out of his backyard, basically.
Yeah.
Him and his wife hosted us. I thought we had our guy at that time. It was like, we found the bus. He was excited. He's a basketball player. He's got custom rims. He loves the game. He's a business owner. He had all the things that we were looking for. And the excitement leaving the house, we're just driving, let's go check out the beach. They got a game going on, of course, middle of the street. It's like the street turns into the court. We get a game going. Nice sweat, right? You could see the ocean from there. I'm like, wow, let's go peep the beach. Any waves breaking, anything? It's just like a nice fishing village, custom, handmade Pinoy style boats. It's almost like catamarans, right? It's like one
things
big
on the
thing.
sides,
Yes,
balancing it out.
It's got the balance things. So I saw the boat, and instantly I was like, I've been talking about it. I've been manifesting this whole boat for years, right? And I came with the crazy ideas like, hey, do you mind if I put a hoop on your boat? Within minutes, like, how? We have no, sir. What?
We have no supplies.
What? Like,
where are you gonna dribble?
What?
Like,
who? Like it took them like a couple minutes to figure it out. But by the time I told one girl to find me a 10-foot stick, she went and found me a giant piece of bamboo. She was my #1 fan. No teeth, straight up dedication, pure smile, just tried gum and like a little bit of brown on top. Lovely young woman. She found everything. She found me like 7 rusty nails. She got the bamboo stick.
Zip ties.
She found me a backboard. I just chalked it in the sand. I was like, this size backboard. Okay. I was a guy with recycled rims. I bought a rim. It was just a bike rim, bike frame, right?
Yeah. Like a bike tire? Like
no,
the
actual metal part of the wheel. What is that?
The spokes?
No.
The rim.
The rim. The rim of the, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's called a rim for a reason, right?
It's called a rim.
Yeah.
You mean you found a rim? You found a rim for the rim.
You found a rim for the rim. It's just like, bro, ain't you guys not figured that part out yet? And it's just stacked up. I think I gave him 20 pesos. He was hyped.
Yeah.
Rashid came through, spray painted in orange, 3, 4, 5 rusty nails. They did everything. She assembled the pieces. It was in 30 minutes. It was Sting, the fly fisherman, did custom.
You made a net rope.
That was about a thing. Yeah, we found a little fishing piece, fishing nets. But I mean, yeah, just whole boat. Just that's another one off the bucket list. You know? Taking a dive into that shit beach, the Thai beach. Wow, man. Best dips of my life. Man.
Right.
I hit the shot. I was 0 for 4. I'm on the line on this wobbly boat. Yeah. The ball already hit the water 4 times, so it's nice and soaked. It's like medicine style. Like the leather soaked. And I'm like shaking on my legs, like my last shot, and I'm like, there's 100 people on top of the rocks, and I'm like, hey. All right, I can't disappoint them. They're hype. Bah! Dive into the sheet, jump into it, the boat cracks open. Yeah. All of a sudden, we're all in the water. Got 100 kids like bringing the boat back to shore. Within minutes, as we land, typhoon comes in, full flood, clears. We had 500 people on that beach. I was like, there was no possible way we get mugged, like rock star status, like, just drove right out, like, what the hell just happened? We just did that. Yeah, historical moment.
How about the passion yesterday during the games? These guys played tough. Let's talk about Pinoy style basketball. It's rough, it's rugged, it is aggressive, and it is so respectful.
Wow.
Like of the game. Like this dude's playing his heart out. He gets elbowed in the mouth. Ref doesn't call foul. He's dripping blood from his mouth. Doesn't complain for 1 second. Doesn't even stop the game. Doesn't even say, hold up. Doesn't even nothing. No. He just back to hoops. Check up.
Yeah, it's that time.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Thank you, dear. Salute to the Filipinos' greatest hospitality in the world.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Pinoy style.
Man, there's nothing realer than the Pinoy style, bro. NBA, street ball, European.
Softies.
The Pinoy style is the toughest, most rugged, no clear out. You get the rebound wherever it is, you go up, you play through contact, you don't complain, you play with a smile and laughter. I mean, it was a karate chopping, like, it was like 6, 7, 8, 9 fouls in one possession. Like, yeah. And it's all good. Like the main word you hear is like good. Like there's only a few words. They say good most of the game. They usually don't announce the score.
Right.
Until it's like last.
Right.
It's not game point. It's
Oh,
last.
last.
It's good. Last.
It's last. Then it's over.
A couple laughters and smiles.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's honestly the from the respect of the game, like perspective, from the to the essence to. I'm so inspired.
Like the purest form of hoops. Like this is
as
this
real
is
as it gets.
backyard.
They created their own, like, it's Pinoy style. It's forever, like, in history, probably some of the greatest style and gameplay, right? They have their own rules. Often play 21. It's always alternate possession.
Yeah.
Right? So you play defense, you have to play offense. Like,
isn't that such a symbolic thing? So like in the West,
yeah,
if you, it's make it take it.
Yeah,
which is the ultimate version of like the rich get richer.
Yeah,
it's like if I'm rich,
you might not touch the ball.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep like.
You're just gonna be there.
If I'm dominating, I'm gonna keep dominating, and there's nothing you can do about it.
No.
But Pinoy style is like, all right,
ultimate.
You go, I go, and then, when it's my turn, I know you'll get me. Like, they just share.
No, ultimately, and then the winners and the losers get off.
Right. No, two new
teams. 2 new teams. We all share the court.
We got too many people, and nobody's got shoes on.
I know. Not nobody. Generally, it's always a mix. There's a couple of guys who flip. I've seen a few guys play with one flip flop, like 1 foot, 1 flop. I mean, that's
their plant foot.
Undefeated.
Their pivot foot.
When you got 1 flop, bro, it's like, wow. And there's always a couple of guys with shoes, but generally they got holes in it, like playing through everything, right? Through the typhoon, the dirt, the small rims, the custom nailing, the different heights. Everything is original until the cracks on the ground, the
chalkboard,
the gutter joints. Like, I mean, it's unique to anything in the world, and I think it's inspired my life so much. And I'm like, I don't know. It's like the essence, like I said, the soul of it. So, Pinoy style. I'm gonna trying to bring that style back with me and adopt some of that into kind of Western philosophies a bit more.
Do it. Well, man, I know that you created a wave here. I mean, we're here.
We're planting a seed.
We're here.
That's not a wave yet.
That's not a wave.
No,
okay.
That's just
the
seed planting thing. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. But I mean, you brought people together.
Yeah. Togetherness is the realness, right? It's like the fact that we get to gather as a basketball community, right? That is like it's beyond barrier of language, of culture, geographic culture, everything, right? It's like we go beyond that. Like yesterday we had kids, we have moms and dads, grandfathers, we had girls playing ball, which is an innovation here in the Philippines. Like, girls didn't play basketball when I was here 5 years ago.
Yeah.
There's a whole wave now. It's starting to push forward, and it's begun. And it's like, that's a holistic thing. Like, you realize that basketball is like the city hall, it's the center of every barangay. That's where they host all the events, all the gifting, all the parties, all the games. The houses are surrounding onto the courts. Is really like the epicenter of the city. So
it's the town square.
It's like just like it's already together. We're just highlighting a little bit. We're just enhancing a little bit the togetherness experience. They were already they're as together as it gets. We just brought a little bit of sparkling on top, a few basketballs, some jerseys. Like, we didn't create anything that we're not doing already.
Right.
Like, if anything, like, they brought like us together. They brought like because the togetherness is already there. Like,
what they have yesterday, all
it's
those
the
boxes.
ultimate sense of togetherness. Like, these barangays is like the ultimate togetherness. Like, communities that people should really like look at it as like, wow, what is wrong with our society? Like, there's no more sense of community, of like, wow, how do we support, uplift each other? How do we look out for one another? We police ourselves. There's no police in this whole barangay. This is the hood. Most places are squatted and like,
they're taking care of each other. They're not cutting each other down. No. They're taking care of each other.
And even we see from the cats to the stray dogs walking around, they all look out. They'll look, a couple bones, little leftovers there. There's enough, a little bit of food and rice to go around. Like,
think about the architecture, right? Like, in America, we build high rises, like we're in right now,
right?
Or we build these neighborhoods that are just like one road and there's houses on each side. It's like a subdevelopment, right? And maybe over here there's a park. Maybe there's a basketball court. But you have to like get out and go to it, like really intentionally. But they built their towers around the basketball court. Like that's the center. Like that's why they see each other. They compete with each other. They love each other. They know they're going to play basketball today. It's going to be competitive, but they're going to see those same people tomorrow all day, right? Like maybe that's how the culture developed that way. And maybe that's how we lost it, right? Like we don't have basketball courts like woven into our spaces. It's always apart from our spaces. What is our...
Yeah, there's a separation between like the
you go to the gym.
Game. Yeah.
It's like
it's not part of it.
It's not part of
you.
You
got to get out of your way to do it. This is like you're born into it. If you're born in the bar, you're gonna hear the ball bounce everywhere. Your parents are gonna play.
Yeah.
It's like by birthright. You're gonna almost like love basketball.
Like it's tenement. You're like, yo, I'm floor 6, bro.
That's all you look at when you walk out. That's the thing about the Manila structure. When you look outside, there's barely any vegetation. There's 5 buildings for every tree almost.
Right.
But like you're gonna look outside, you're gonna see a basketball court. So I'm like, I care for trees and nature, but like I care more for basketball. Especially on the rough concrete jungle of Manila. It's the realest thing, bro. And I mean, I haven't really even begun to tap in and see the rest of the country, but I feel like this is still the heart and soul of it.
Yeah.
But like the biggest like takeaway also is like, I was here 5 years ago, and there's probably 100+ towers that have been built since, like talking about high rises, like they're building on top of water, on top of each other. Is like, this little barangay, especially the mini park that we yesterday, is surrounded. Like they're the last living breed and dinosaur, like they're fighting the resistance, the underworld. Like they're not even like at sea level, they're under.
Right.
Yeah, like under the sea, right? It's the gutter, it's the wash of all it's between the golf course, one of the highest like
water wasting
number one hotel, like I guess in Manila, like and this kind of giant mall of Asia. And then there's like this little small heart community, right? Like you could be here in a few years and this is gone. And so like I really cherish, and I don't really take any of that for granted. It's like we're able to like live and like create and like share his as real as it gets. It's like it still hasn't fully sunk in. I mean, I'm still on
it's still high.
Cloud 9. You arrived 2 weeks ago. Not know anybody. Most of these villages don't even. I speak a little bit of English, but it's limited on what's your height?
Yeah. Where from?
We're from height.
Yeah.
And what else? Ball.
Kobe.
You got ball from me?
Kobe, ball, shoes. The girls wanting the fist bump.
High five. There's not that many words being exchanged, which is even almost greater, which is almost deeper. And it's like there's not much conversation going on. We're playing, we're sharing a moment, we're entertaining. We might do a couple moves. Right. Hopefully you enjoy it. Like my presence is the blessing. Your guys' presence is the blessing. We're gonna share this gift, this joint love that we have for the game, and then now we're gonna love each other that way. And that's the demonstration. The thing is like, it's deeper than that. You know what I mean? It's like, we're having this deep conversation right now. It's like, we only exchanged a few words, couple of selfies. But like, that's like universal language. It's,
laughter, smiling.
Giggle. You can laugh and giggle without saying anything. Just being you, just being a little bit extravagant and funky and...
Planted a seed. What does a wave look like?
A wave is like, I think is a right. It's like the tectonic plate when it start like kind of like shaking, right? Creates swell, and it flows. It's like never ending until it crashes the shore, right? So it's like it's something that goes way further than right. It'll start like this. It'll build, right? Like the wave like starts like this, kind of small, and as it grows and it gets closer to shore, it builds, and eventually it kind of crashes, and it's like...
You feel the force of it then, but you gotta have a big build-up period, big invisible kind of build-up period.
Yeah, it's like You plant the seeds, you water the seeds, and then you eventually create a wave, and I guess it turns into a movement. I mean, I think, yeah, you can say that, but I want to remain very humble in the approach. It's like, yeah, we got a big task. Like, this was just a little, we like announced that we're like launching a hoop bus, but like we still ain't figured much out. We got a few bus options in the Jeepney world. We got a few bus options in the minibus world. We got bus operator. We figured out clues, but it's a lot more to get the movement in play, right? Establish the team that's going to bring this further, because we're not going to be able to be here and bring that same energy daily that we got. So it's like, who's going to be these ambassadors that are going to, I want to create this whole like new wave or like job listing. Like, you're now a professional hoop hunter, and I need you to be hunting hoops for the rest of your life. You're now the hoop doctor. I need you to be fixing hoops. Right. You're now the hoop operator, and you're going to be driving these hoops. You're a professional ball pumper. Your job is to pump basketballs. How strong is your bicep? Like, I don't want to, ultimately, like, if I could really build, like, my dream company is, like, I want to assign, like, specific, like, basketball dedicated mission jobs. Like, and people always say, like, what do you do? I'm like, it's hard to define, but amongst all things that I think that I do, that I probably may be undefeated at, is hoop hunting. Well, I think I probably hunt down like in the 20 to 30,000 hoops.
You've seen the most hoops on this blue planet.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
The world. If
I could be like, when I'm like MVP at, like, you can't. I don't think.
Dang.
I've yet to heard about him. A lot of people do basketball photography, but they're very meticulous about their courts and their accounts, and it's all for the gram. Like, some of the hoops are just, some of them are the ones that I like. I shoot on, I look. Sometimes I just air switch. And I just peek. I'm like, ooh, hoop. Like driving. Well, like, I can't stop at every hoop especially when you're in the Philippines, but I'll drive. Oh, I spotted one. Oh, one at the top. Oh, there's one at the top of that building in the house. What a pleasure to like see life through the hunt. Right? Like, talking about using your curiosity, you gotta know what you're looking for, right? So that's like the first clue. And then to the hoop, then you might see life. You'll see a ball bounce, and then the story develops its own unique way.
We went to this other island that was like maybe 100 people live on this whole island. They had these DIY hoops. There was like two like little like 4-year-old, 5-year-olds playing on them.
That is my next mission. I think, if I can get out of jail Christmas pass, I might. I don't know. The next step. I've been manifesting this Hoop Island thing. You heard it first on this Curiosity show, but the Hoop Island is like, it just feels like it belongs here in the Philippines, right? It feels just like a court, island, a little cafe, couple little beds, maybe a little wave somewhere outside.
Right. But it's like a
little jeepney bus home on the island if it needs to.
Host a tournament.
Yeah, host a little tournament, just a little place to just decompress and just focus on hoops and recovery, Just let the ocean heal the wounds.
Of course, this is the place to do it. No, there's nowhere else you can do it.
Hoop Island, man.
You gotta find an island.
Like, hey.
Hoops is fun for you, but like it's also like you feel the responsibility in your heart. Like I think I'm starting to see the world through your eyes. Like you really like live your mission, bro. Like when did it switch like that? Where you were like,
basketball is my life. The minute
I like it.
The minute I discovered the hoop, the minute I dunked a soccer ball on top of a soccer goal.
Yeah.
And just like then I started dunking in my living room, bumping Nirvana for an hour, just dunking. I brought the little homies at the house. They stand under the rim, dunk, like close with the camera, I'm dunking. And then we started doing it all the way up to 10 feet, one-on-one, just my dog. Yeah, brought me around the world, and now it's like, yeah, there's a little bit of like social responsibility, and like, it just, again, is just, I don't know, it's like it's kind of like archaeologist word, like, and I feel like we're archaeologists a little bit when we go down there, right? Like we go to the
We're finding never before seen hoops
yeah,
in their native
right.
environments.
Sometimes I'll grab like little pieces of like floors, like this is like, it's gonna be artifacts. Like one day, like they're gonna bury the city under the ground, and like, you know, you'll go back and you'll feel like you'll see like a couple of Venice balls like just incrustated in into the cement, you know, like
they'll be like, this hotel's haunted. Like I hear bouncing balls in the hallways. Well, you don't know this used to be a court. Sacred
upper and lower
sacred courts. Some say the ballers are still looking for their hoops. If you were appointed like hoop czar of the entire world, and you get the ability to make a change to any part of the game of basketball, what do you do?
I mean, I don't know. I'll probably like just like no more complaining.
Yeah.
No more little whining.
No complaining. You gotta go.
No foul calls.
You gotta go sit out if you start complaining.
No more foul calls.
No more foul calls. Just honor system. Just do your best not to foul.
Just play ball, man. I mean, that's what you came out of yesterday. It's like, nobody's trying to hurt you, but it's like, it's more fun with a little bump. Like I want to match up. I don't want no.
Yeah.
Who created that? That's a foul.
No handshake.
All right, we created this rule, like this American style, this Pinoy style. Like they played a 21, alternate ball. You sub off the court.
No twos.
Small rim, everything ones. Yeah. Everything different size rim, slippery, barefoot. Like who created it? There's no universal rule to the game. You create your own game. But I mean, it's, I don't know who bizarre, man. A ball for everybody that loves the game. If I could do that, like a ball for everybody.
You just make a drone system, press a button, Uber basketball.
just like Canada, you know, the air, when they drop the water off the fire. It's just like, I've been picturing that. So I don't know.
Let's get an airplane, cargo airplane.
Yeah.
Let's fly over a city. Yeah. And shovel basketballs out the back. They're raining from the sky. For real. Like breaking
During the Philippines, I mean, I don't think you could unload enough basketballs in the Philippines. You probably dropped 1 million balls in there.
It's not enough.
Not enough.
It's not nearly enough.
More. We need more balls.
We need more balls. Well, it might be good for a week.
It would take a whole city in China to just supply it. Mm-hmm. I mean,
place is hungry for hoops.
Hungry for hoops. And they're only getting better and stronger, and hopefully some of this wealth's gonna get spread around, and like. But maybe not. I don't know. I don't know about the wealth system. I mean, I think we talked about gratitude in the elevator, and just like just the overall realization that like that's the most gratitude I've received all year, and like we've done some pretty epic things and like events and honored and put like $50,000 in people's hands from just like one connection to a commercial to like right. It's like I've hooked many people up with jobs, programs, with things, great experiences, or like just the gratitude of just coming. Like, thank you for choosing Mini Park. Thank you for coming to our court. Thank you for being you. With no like just like, but really like a real like genuine thank you. Not like, oh, good looking on the hookup, Nick. Like, you know, it's generally complaints. I do events, oh, you cheated, you know, like I get more complaints in my life than I get gratitude, right? To be able to go through a whole 2 weeks of just like nothing but gratitude, like, you know, and we're winning most of these games. We're cooking you guys, we're exposing you. Some of this stuff is on tape. Like, you're gonna end up on our YouTube, like, you probably get embarrassed,
but they're just like,
but you made a joke out of that, right? Like, you know, you get embarrassed and you guys. It's like your ego's hurt. Like, you hate that guy. Like, I cross you up. Like, you're gonna hate me for the rest of you. You're gonna look at me like, damn, that's the guy. Like, the same ref that see me walk in the gym is like, you're the guy that I don't like. You know, like
that doesn't even exist out here.
you
Like,
know, nah, like there's no grudge, no. It's just like all in the game, all in the court, all gratitude, all fun, all smiles. We're playing for pesos. They're putting money on the line. You play a money game in the streets in the U.S., you generally gonna fight. Or like they're gonna try to fight you, especially if you're on tape and you're getting embarrassed. So like putting all that aside, it's like wow, like there's a perspective of life, like wow, you know, I was like there's like the basic key ingredient is like gratitude and then kindness. And like,
one thing I'm gonna take away from this whole trip, like this is the realization of all realizations. The amount of impact per dollar we can have in the Philippines is unbelievable. Like $100 can like change a neighborhood's whole day. They can have a couple basketballs to shoot with, like a couple people can get some shoes, like we'll pump the ball up, like I hope we can raise some money and like it's just like amplify impact for Philippines, because
I think so, and they deserve it. You know, it was how for me everything is like homage, right? The last project we were together in Italy is like we're honoring somebody's life. There's no like real like there's marketing value to what we do because yes, like it's shareable, it's like it's authentic, it's social. It drives right. But most importantly, at the core of it is like you do it from the heart, right? Like this is something you love, this is something you share, and like you recognize like a nation as a whole as like you guys are it. Like you figured out like hopefully I can share some of these stories so that people can, right? Like I'm here to inspire through this game of basketball, and like this is like the epitome of just love of the game, you know. And so like it's only right, like we're going to put efforts, and like you said, maximizing dollars. I mean, we're staying, I lived for 5 days for under $1 a day, and I was living fine. Like I was living actually almost better because like now I'm like even more rooted to more connected, more appreciative. The more you eliminate, the easier it becomes to be grateful.
I mean, you're a legend, you're an inspiration. You're in the Hall of Fame, and you're just making.
And we're just getting started.
Love you, man.